Hi there and welcome to Hyundai Power Products. My name's Adrian and today we've got a treat for you, one of our Black Edition lawnmowers. So this particular one is the HYM 17150 SPEX model. However, it's an electric start Black Edition mower. All of the models that end in SPEX will use the same assembly details as this for when you're putting it together. So I'll open the box, lay the contents on the table and you can see exactly what you get. So I laid everything on the table. First of all, we have the mower unit itself. Now there is going to be some assembly, we'll show you that. So the mower unit itself, then we have the lower handle, various parts here, a bag with various fittings in it. This box contains the battery, we'll show you how to fit that later. Side discharge chute. Here we have the control panel with a start stop button. And finally, the grass bag. A little bit of assembly with that, we'll show you that. So also in the package, and most importantly, is the user manual. Now we do recommend that you read the user manual thoroughly before use. So first thing we're going to do is fit the lower handles. I've got the upper handle over the top of the mower and out the way while I'm doing this. So we've got 4 of these short bolts and 4 jam nuts. So what I'm going to do is fit the lower handle, fairly self-explanatory, across the outside of these 2 brackets. So when fitting the lower handles, you can see where it fits in the frame. The lower bolts can go from the outside in, and I've just loosely put a nut on there. And then the upper bolts, it's quite important this, go from the inside out. And then you can put a nut on there. So do the same on both sides. The lower bolts closest to the mower itself from the outside in with a nut on the inside, and the upper bolts bolt through with a nut on the outside. So now, once I've got them all 4 in, I'll tighten them up. We're ready to fit the upper handle. So with all 4 bolts in place, I'll just tighten up all 4 nuts. Okay, so a little trick or pro tips that I've found when assembling these. You'll see the 4 screws for putting the control panel on are in the handles. So before I fit this upper handle to the lower handle, I'm going to fit the control panel. And that just makes it simpler to fit the control panel rather than do it when you fitted the upper handle to the lower handle. So having removed the 4 screws, this again fairly straightforward. You can see the 4 screw holes in the control panel, and if I just place the control panel loosely on the handles, I'm going to start the 4 screws in the 4 holes first before I tighten any. And once I've got them started, then I'll finally tighten the 4 screws. So yeah, fairly self-explanatory really. So with all 4 screws in place, just something to look out for. When you put this side on with the control lever, there's 2 cables on the inside. We want to make sure we don't trap them underneath the plastic, and there's 1 cable on the outside. So you'll see it there, 2 on the inside, 1 on the outside. Once you know that they're all good and you're not trapping any cables, we can do up the 4 screws. So to fit the upper handle to the lower handle, I want 2 of these blue knobs and the 2 longer silver screws. So what I'm going to do is fit the silver screw in from either side, from the inside facing outwards. I'll just locate them roughly in position, and then it'd be a lot easier if you had somebody to hold it for you, but it's okay, I can manage. So I'm just going to place that handle in position over that screw, this handle in position, making sure I don't trap the cable. Okay, over that screw, and then I'm going to fit the blue knobs. So just one thing I'm going to point out, because I fitted the lower handle first and I had the upper handle folded over the top of the mower, what that means is that these 3 control cables are passing over the top of this bar. If I was to lay the lower handle down and then put the upper handle on the bed and then put the lower handle on, these 3 cables would be passing under the bar, and then when you fold the handle down, there's a high risk of damaging the cables. So you want these 3 cables to be running over the top of this crossbar. Also in the packet you see this cable tidy. You pass the cables inside the clip, fasten it onto the handles, and then just spread out the cables into the 3 grooves. Nearly got it. There we go. Nice and neat. Okay, so the grass bag now, as you can see, the basket part is loose. We send it like that for transport, but it's got these little U-channel plastic pieces. They simply clip on one either side, and then the bottom one clips on exactly the same. I might be able to show you that easier from this direction. There we are. We'll start it from one end, just pull it through. It's easier than I'm making it look. There we are, that's all. Okay, so that's the assembly of the grass bag. So now the grass bag's all assembled, you'll see there's two hooks on the top of the grass bag. If I lift the flap at the back, you'll see the metal bars either side. The grass bag simply hooks over those bars into place. That's how you fit the grass bag. To remove it, lift the flap, lift the bag away to empty it. Simple as that. So the mulching plug to fit and remove is quite fiddly, but it needs to be a secure fit in there because we don't want it falling out and going into the blades. So remember that squeezing method. I'm going to put the mulching plug into position roughly first. As you can see, it's nearly there. Then I'm going to squeeze that little bracket and make sure that it's locked in place there and that the barb is in the hole in the back, and that's the mulching plug fitted. So side discharge chute, you'll see it's got these two upright prongs. There's a locking lever on the top. If I lift the locking lever, I can open the side flap, and those two prongs, if I tilt it up, sit underneath those two bars in there. Let the lid sit down, and that's the discharge chute fitted. And to remove it, simply lift up again, pull it out, back down into the lock position. So electric start mower needs a battery. So self-contained battery unit, which fits up in the box in the top. We'll show you that afterwards, but we do supply it with a separate battery charger. The mower doesn't charge the battery while it's running, so you will need to charge the battery. So as you can see, standard UK 13 amp outlet, and there's a socket on the battery. Plug it in, be careful not to damage your cables. Plug it into a 13 amp outlet, and for first use, charge it for approximately 6 hours, so you've got a full charge. Okay, so fit the battery. Simply lift the flap on the handlebars, and you'll see the V groove that points down, goes into the slot. Push the battery down until it's firmly home. Close the lid. So this mower has a 6-position single point height adjuster. So put it in its highest position, right back. As you can see, all 4 wheels go in one hit, and then I can go down 1, down 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on for different cutting heights. So all of our mowers are supplied to you with no oil in the engine, so it's vitally important to add the oil first. Anti-clockwise with a dipstick, and we can remove it. So you want 1030 or 1540 engine oil, and you'll see that this mower does have a dipstick. So what we're looking for is an oil level to the top of this cross-hatched area, to about that position. So slowly and a little bit at a time, pour your engine oil down into that filler. Let the oil run down the chute first before you dip it, and then simply dip the oil by placing the dipstick on there, lifting it out. Don't screw it in, just lift it out, place it on, lift it out. When the oil is the correct level, then you can screw the dipstick back in again firmly. Okay, so it's going to need fresh unleaded fuel. So unscrew the filler cap anti-clockwise. We've got the warning label there. Now fill it with fresh unleaded fuel to within about 25 millimeters of the top of the filler, and then replace the cap. Most importantly, always do this in a well ventilated area. Never do it when the engine's running or when the engine's hot. Should you spill fuel, it touches the exhaust, you could have a fire. So well ventilated area, preferably outdoors, and allow the engine to cool, and definitely don't fill it when the engine's running. Once you've filled it, if you have spilt some fuel, you can wipe it up or let it completely evaporate before starting the engine. So one final piece of housekeeping. We have the recoil here on top of the engine. If I pull that out, I'll fit it to the pigtail up here. I'll show you how that's done. So with plenty of slack, over the back, through the hole, and release. And that puts the recoil starter up towards the handlebars where you're going to be when operating. Very easy to operate this mower, only 4 controls. This one here, operator present control, OPC lever. Unless this is pulled, the engine won't start. If the engine is running, if you release this at any time, the engine will stop. So that's the operator present control lever. Lever at the back here, when pulled, engages the drive and the machine will drive away. Fixed speed on this mower, no throttle, it's all automatically governed, but we do have this lever here. Pull this back to engage the choke. That will let it start on a cold start. Once the engine started, you can push it back down to this position. So, to start the engine from a cold start, choke on, pull the OPC, and I'm just going to demonstrate, push the start button. If you don't pull the OPC, nothing will happen. So, OPC, push start, engine starts. Once it's started, turn the choke off, away to go. Simple as that. When you want to empty the grass bag or stop the mower, release the OPC, the engine will stop, you can empty the grass bag. When you're ready to go again, pull the OPC, push the start button, engine starts, and so on. Well, I do hope you found this demonstration useful. For more information on this or any of our other products, visit www.hyundaipowerproducts.co.uk. I've been Adrian, thanks for watching.